Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo back with a new video. This video I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. A story that was told to me once that I've done some background, some fact checking on since then, and I wanted to kind of share with you. And I think it's an important story as we look at the end of 2020. And if anything about the year 2020, it's probably the year of shiny. What I mean by that is if you look at the rise of shiny refractors, whether it's a first Bowman refractor or whether it was a optic hollow or a hoops silver, right? This all started back with the Prizm silver. Prizm silver was the first refractor that was a chase card. It was kind of the first card that broke the rule. I remember back in 2017, where a Prizm silver would have more value than an autograph, rookie autograph from the same product. And that really was in Prizm. And what I'm specifically talking about is in 2017, if you got a silver Lonzo ball, that would probably sell for 100 some bucks. The auto maybe sold for 75, 80 bucks, which is kind of strange, but that just was what it was. And again, I remember that being the year we talked about the difference between the silver Prizm really started the chase. But what started that, right? What started the whole chase for Prizm silver? Now, again, let me just go ahead and give a lot of credit to the story I'm going to tell you to Mojo Breaks. They told this story one time on one of their videos, and I can't find the video. And I'm sure they'll do an update after they see this, but the story is back in 2016, Ben Simmons came out, and he was the #1 prospect. And they were after a year where 2015 was very flat in the hobby. Prizm was also not doing well as a product. Panini wasn't doing very well with the Prizm product, was looking at maybe discontinuing it. But 2016 presented a unique opportunity. It was also the 5th anniversary of Prizm. 5th anniversary, you can see this on the checklist. There's actually 5th anniversary cards that were short printed, obviously to 5. But what's really important here is Ben Simmons. He was the big hype rookie coming out of LSU. Maybe not as big as Zion, but definitely the big rookie for that time. Was projected to go #1. There was even argument whether he should even go to college for a year or not. Anyway, when he came out, he, and I'm going to say this in the nicest way I can, arrogantly decided to go Michael Jordan and LeBron James route. And I believe it's because he has the same agent, but he decided to sign with Upper Deck and not to sign with Panini and the rest of the NBA rookies with rookie autographs. And a few other players have done this since then, but Ben Simmons was the first big one to do this. And when he did, it really kind of, it made Panini's product line look kind of flat. Like, what's going to happen? Where are the chase cards? If the #1 pick overall, the best player in the NBA draft is not going to be signing autographs, how's that going to impact Panini's cards? Now, what happened next, and again, there's some stories about this, is that when Prizm came out, again, it was a little more welcomed. And part of the reason was people started chasing the Prizm, the Simmons Prizms. And part of that was, again, there were no autos. So if you were going to get a rookie card of Ben Simmons, it was just going to be a rookie card. And Prizm had a good following. Another thing that really helped Prizm at this time was it was available in retail as well. So, and I forget exactly, but I want to say in the beginning, a Prizm Silver Simmons, I think went for about $100. And that was big money. When you think about it, you can go to get a blaster at the store and pull a potential of Simmons Silver. And they were a lot more common in retail at that time. Silvers were, at least. Was amazing, right? So that started big hype. Now, over the year on eBay, and you can go back and use, some data tools or whatever, and look at this, but there was a spike in 2017 on Simmons cards. The ones that graded did really well. They spiked, I want to say, as high as $1,000. So that news became the buzz in the hobby, right? That, hey, this Prizm Silver Simmons card came out. In fact, I remember when the Flawless box came out, the big chase card that year was a Simmons Flawless Diamond. There were 2 of them, and I have a friend who actually, ripped one of those in a box on a live stream. I remember watching him win that, hit that's amazing card. At the time, that was a $20,000 Flawless, one of 2 Ben Simmons cards. And again, no autos available again. So that whole year was a chase year on Simmons, just Simmons cards. And that also started the hype around non-auto, non-patch. So I look at that as kind of a critical moment in the hobby where collectors put value on players' cards without the autograph. And that specifically was Ben Simmons. Now let's fast forward. 2017, one of my favorite years in the hobby. My boys and I were chasing, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Ohtani in the Bowman boxes over the summer. Made a lot of great baseball friends. And when the basketball season came, and normally, and it's funny, I'm telling this story, it's December 24th here, probably when this goes out. December is normally Christmas time, is Prizm season. And I remember telling a lot of my baseball friends about Prizm and about, hey man, you can pull this year. You got Lonzo Ball, you got Tatum, you had Markelle Fultz, any one of those 3 guys, because it was 76ers, Lakers, and the Celtics, any one of those top rookies in a silver Prizm coming out of a retail box was going to fetch you $100. Now again, this is 2017. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal, okay? That wasn't very common. Now I only say that because today you can pull a Herbert, I'm teasing, a Herbert out of a box, and that's $1,000 silver Prizm, which blows your mind, right, in just a few years, okay? That was $100 a few years ago. But my point is, if you trace all this back, this lunacy, this craze, right, where I remember back in 2017 us chasing Prizm silvers, it all goes back to Ben Simmons, right? And I'm not going to say all of it, but Ben Simmons was a critical point. If Ben Simmons had signed with Panini, I wonder if the Prizm silver ever would have had the value it has today. Right? Maybe Select would have been more dominant. Maybe Optic. And I believe, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe Optic or Select had silver or holo at the time when they first came out. Or if they did, it just wasn't as big a deal as Prizm was. In fact, I know they did have holo. They definitely had holo and Optic. I don't remember they had Select silvers. But my point is, for whatever reason, that craze around the Ben Simmons Prizm silver spiking to $1,000 in a graded card really started the hype that we are in today. Now, just take that story for what it's worth. I tease that Ben Simmons is, definitely not worthy of, upper decks, to be there with Michael Jordan and LeBron, but it is what it is. Let's hope more players don't do that. I will, note we'll have to see what happens. Keep an eye on that, on who signs for who, as new rookies come out every year. Thanks again, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment. I'd love some feedback as well, and I hope you enjoyed this little Prizm story.